Alright, so here we're back looking at the 2002 Polaris Trailblazer 250. This is the one I'm taking the motor out to find out what the roaring noise is at the bottom end. So we got the primary clutch here, which actually we tried pulling this off before, and we had a hard time getting it off, so we'll see how it goes today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pry bar and kind of wedge it in here so that it stays still when I turn it. I've got a 16 millimeter socket here, which is going to take this front bolt out. Too bad that's not the only thing you have to do. I've already loosened it up so it comes right out, but I was able to get it out by hand and just having the pry bar wedged in there. So once this comes out, I'll show you what it looks like. It's got a little plastic bushing, I guess what you would call it. Comes out with it. So here's the bolt. It's got this washer here that stays on it, and another little washer there. We got this plastic piece. All right, now we did this past weekend. I pulled off a clutch off another one and messed up the threads on the inside. So we had to use a tap to fix it, and it worked out all right. I was able to get it back together, but this time I've added a little bit of safety piece on the end. Basically, this is a long bolt. It's just small enough to actually get in there. On the end, I have a washer taped in place, and the reason it's the washer taped in place is because last time, having this up in there against the crankshaft, it actually went in and damaged the first couple of threads. So this washer should keep it out of the threads when it starts to get pushed in there. And I'll measure this. Maybe. Alright, so this piece of metal that I'm using, and then like I said, this is not the actual tool or the real, I guess the best way to do it, but the Polaris has a tool. This bolt here, including the washer, is just about 4 inches long. So this is going to go in first. Alright, next we have this big bolt here that my brother had at his work, left over for some job he did. If you notice, the threads up to about right here are kind of dirty, so or kind of clean. That's about how far it's going to go in thread wise. So the actual Polaris bolt it's a long bolt, has threads in the middle, and then it has about 4 more inches of no threads, which that piece that we just stuck in there is going to take the place of. Now, just on the inside of this hole here, there are threads, which this bolt's going to catch, and we're going to crank it down until the clutch pops off. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this in until it catches. Move my tools out of the way here. So now, the end of this bolt that we're using right here, I'm going to have to use a 29 millimeter socket. Fits right on. And I have this breaker bar, which I'm going to use as well. Alright, I still have the pry bar in there. So I'm going to go ahead and start tightening it up. And what this long bolt is going to do is push the other one in. It's going to end up forcing this clutch off, hopefully. Either that or something's going to break, or maybe the four-wheeler is going to flip off this lift that I've got it on. I don't know, because it's not really tied down very well. But I'm just going to start cranking down on it. Find out exactly what happens here. Like I said, we tried this before and this clutch would not pop off. Let's see, something felt like it started moving. Oh, it should be getting close. Alright, there we go. Alright, it actually worked. So now the question is, did we damage any of the threads like before? So get the pry bar out of the way. Alright, well, that tape didn't hold very well. Yeah, the washer's bent. Tape came right off. But if you look, it looks like it mainly got right there on that edge, just above it. So they're not actually getting there to the thread, so the thread should be fine. Yeah, right. I'm trying to take this bolt off by hand. Alright, so then I guess the question is, I'll run the other bolt in there and make sure it actually goes back in there. Like I said, when we did it the other day, we had to tap out the screw hole in a different one. I guess buying the $20 part might be, or tool might be the right choice next time. Yeah. See, and alright, so the bolt threads right on end, so the threads weren't damaged or anything. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much because this whole bottom end is coming out, and chances are it needs new bearings and stuff, so it might not be any good. And I showed in another video that I've got another bottom end that I'm probably going to put in. So we'll see. But the plan, my brother actually brought over this piece of brass. Let me back up a little bit so you can see. Brought over this piece of brass that we were going to cut and use. It's a little bit too thick right now to use to go in there. That's going to be one of our plans in the future, to get this cut down so it actually works and it could be a good puller or part puller with this other bolt here. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. This project actually started with me taking a video talking about taking a motor out and stuff, and I've made maybe 2 other videos or so on it as I'm taking things apart. So if you want to watch this, go back and check them out, or check out the next ones where we get the head taken off and get the motor pulled out. Have a great day and catch you next time.